So the light itself is terrific. Can't wait to use that in some shoots that I've got coming up, weddings and things like that, which are great. Now, the second thing they've sent me too is this, what they call a professional phone video rig kit. Again, I'm just looking up there so I can see it on the large monitor, what we're looking at. I haven't even opened this yet, so, you know, I'll have to see what's in it. But I use my iPhone for video all the time, so it's sort of exciting to see what this kit offers. So it's just called the Professional iPhone Video Rig Kit, and you can see it fully rigged up here, which looks pretty cool. So let's have a look and see what's inside this. So we'll open it up. And like I said, I haven't opened this at all, so, you know, we're looking at these all together. And then we'll open this up and check what's inside this. Just a bit of protection there. I'm just going to throw these on the ground. There's a little instruction booklet that we've got here. Then we've got little things inside. Let me take this out first. I'll show you this so you can just have a look at how it's packed. All right, so we'll take this out to start with. Let me have a look what's in here. So these look like they're the furry wind socks that you've got here, and also some ties, I think, and also some Allen keys. We'll just keep going and then I'll have a look at how you put it all together at the end. Is there anything else in there? Yes, these are your cables. So that's your phone cable and your camera microphone cables. And then you've also got what looks like a splitter here as well for microphone and USB power as well. We'll have to look at that as we go through. Nothing else in there. In here, this is probably the iPhone charger or to hold the iPhone. Like I said, I'm not sure until we put this all together. That's probably that's a cold shoe mount. This here is your shock mount. Wow. This is the phone holder. Now, it's universal, so it could fit probably almost any phone, but I don't even know how this all gets together at this stage. But like I said, we'll look at that soon. Now, I think we have to take this off. Now, there's more underneath. All right, so in here, I've already got one of these and I love it. This is fantastic. It's an Arca Swiss tripod, little mini tripod. And the beauty of this is it's all made of metal. It's fantastic. Doesn't weigh too much, but it's, you know, built like a tank. So that's that. Then you've got a light that you can use as well. These are your little handles. Now you've got two, so you've got one for each side so that you're going to be able to hold this on the cage. There's so much in this kit. Little microphone that you've got here, and it's already got like a windsock on it. But there's another sock there if you wanted to take away more. If it was very, very windy, you've got the dead cat there as well. And that's it. So this is the little light, and you just click onto here, and I think there's a little round button on the back here, or wheel, that you change it to change the power, which is nice actually. So that's going to go onto the whole rig. But so what I'm going to do now, let's just build this up and then we'll have a look at it all together. So what you've got to do is you've got to start with the tripod. So I'm going to put the tripod down here. Now, the beauty with these tripods is that it has a ball head on the top here that you can move that to wherever you like, lock that in, and it does have a bubble there as well, a level bubble. You can also take off or undo the side here, and then that will rotate around 360 degrees as well. So, you know, they really are quite flexible how you want to do them. These legs too will go dead flat, or almost dead flat if you want to go that way too, so it sits down really nice on the table, or you can sort of put them into any area that you like. So what I'll do first is I'm going to take the Arca Swiss plate out, and then I think I'm looking at the camera here. So this is going to be the back. So I'm not really sure which way this goes on. I don't think it really matters, actually. You could probably use it both ways because it's got cold shoe mounts that you've got here and here. You've also got mounting holes on the top and the bottom here. Also on the sides, I should say, and top and bottom, there's also mounting holes. So you could attach stacks to this. And because it's universal, there's this little wheel that you see here, and that will open up the inside. So that's how you will attach your phone. I'll put the phone in a minute, but what I'm going to do is I'm just going to screw in the Arca Swiss plate down the bottom. So the beauty here is that this can be changed in any size to fit any sort of battery bank, and in fact I can even fit this in there. So I'm going to just stick this like in here like this. Then you just do up the bottom there. This would be great too because you could also light the front and the back at the same time. So, you know, that's terrific because this could be lighting me up and that could be lighting the front up. Then I could switch it between the two anytime I wanted to. So that works really well. And now I'm going to be able to charge the phone from this, which, you know, is also great. Now I noticed too in here that they've got this little adapter. Now there's two of them that are here. I suppose it depends. You could use this USB-C one if you're using something like an iPad. If I'm using this one, which is what my phone will work from, this gives you the ability to have a microphone attached and also your power attached in as well. So I'm going to attach that to the bottom, just like that. So it's just connected in. There is a tie that I'll show you soon how that works. So as soon as I plugged that in, it did give me a message that it's a USB accessory. Why this is so good is because you can't use a microphone and charging it up at the same time if you don't have an adapter like this. Now they've given you two cables. One is labeled camera cable, so that's if you're using a little digital camera. And then this is if you're using a cell phone, like I am here with the iPhone. So all you'll do is you'll just attach these into the microphone at the back and then into this down the bottom here. So I'm going to go into the cable down here, and then up the top here, I'm going to connect that to the microphone. Now all I'm going to do with the USB cable is I'm going to plug this into my light, which is the battery bank, which is underneath here, and then take this side of the cable into this adapter. So what you can see here now is you can see the whole thing finished. I've neatly put the cables in using the cable ties, and it's really good. Even though the microphone looks like it's bouncing around, you know, it doesn't affect the audio at all. This is the other side showing you how it looks from the front here as well. So what I'm doing here is I've taken it off that, so now it's just hand holding it. So it's great. You've got two ways of using this. You can put it on a tripod or, you know, hand hold it, and that's probably the way I would often use it. But if you were doing selfies, you could easily put it on a tripod. This is turning the light on, which is great. Again, you can control the power intensity of that. And now I'm going to use the light on the battery bank as well. So we'll be using the light and charging at the same time. Okay, so I'm hand holding this just to sort of walk around. You'll see as I come across. Now, you've got great control over the light. You can see here I'm turning the light down. If I start to turn the light up, you'll see that it really is kicking in as well. And it looks quite nice. I'll just sort of show you around my studio just so you can get an idea of how it works. There's Susie there. If I hand hold this, it really does give you a nice way of using this handheld, like you can see sort of here, because instead of trying to hold things where you're holding it with a small phone, having both handles like this gives you great stabilization. I mean, in fact, the stabilization is always very good on the iPhones anyway, but if you've got something that you can use that will you know, sort of hold it like this where you've got both hands stabilizing it, you can get quite nice footage as it is. So testing the audio now. So testing 1, 2, 3. So I just thought that I'd show you walking into my studio just so you get an idea about how this looks as we come in. It'll give you an idea then looking like that. So, all right, I'll download this footage and listen to what it sounds like. Now I could, of course, if I wanted to, switch on the light that they sent me as well. And you can see when I hold that that's giving way more light output than what this smaller light was. But, you know, that's really quite good. If I move it around, it's terrific. So that's with the Smallrig light that I'm using as well. You know, it's terrific. You can see here with Susie, there with the sun on her. If I bring that up close, now this is only on one of its lowest powers, but you can see it's bringing Susie up nice there as well, which is great. Okay, so to sum up, I thought I'd take you through everything that this kit has. So it is $169, but I've just noticed that they're out of stock at the moment, so you are going to have to pre-order this if you want to get one. It may not be that long before you can get one. You can see the whole setup there as well. You know, they've actually done it a bit neater than what I did in putting the cables all neatly together. And you can also see the windsocks being used this time as well. Now let's keep going down because I'll just show you a little bit about this. So you can see here it's a building block style, so you can just change this to suit, and I'll show you a couple of different ways that you can use this as well. There's obviously the portrait shooting mode, which is the way I built it early on. Then you can change it if you wanted to be landscape mode, which is what I showed you in the videos where I was walking around the studio. So this is landscape mode here. And if we come down, this is on the tripod mode, so that's what you could use if you were going to Instagram or something like that, doing a story or something like that. And then you can also charge it with the mobile with these batteries. This is your normal type of battery pack that you'd put at the back rather than using the light. But I think the way I did it was actually pretty good with that Smallrig light. The other thing too is you can go live streaming with it this way too, so it's a great way of doing live streaming and vlogging, for instance. That's obviously your portrait way, and this is your landscape way. 360 panoramic shooting, you can use that tripod that I showed you, and you can turn this 360 degrees, which is nice if you want to shoot that way. And these are all the bits of accessories that you get with this kit. Now, I did fail to mention that not only can you change the intensity of the light, but you can also change the color. I didn't realize that until I was looking through the website. So that's really nice as well. I thought it was just fixed in the color. I'll have to read the manual and see how you change that. There's some information there about the microphone as well, if you wanted to read that. The sound quality, which I showed you in that video when I walked around the studio, was pretty good. Much better than using the standard iPhone microphone that's built in, and then it just tells you the compatibility as well and what sort of power banks it will fit with as well. And then there's just a whole stack of information there that you can read if you want to read that via sum up. So to sum up, I think this is a great product. It's really good. Thank you so much for Smallrig for sending me this. Really appreciate it. And in fact, I will use this in some of the vlogs that I do. I'm often using my iPhone, and it's particularly hard if you wanted to do Instagram stories and things like that with any other way. This holds it beautifully if you want to do that. Yes, you could use a gimbal, but I think if you wanted to put all of these extra bits and pieces in, it's a really nice solution. And in fact, the iPhone stabilization is fantastic. So, you know, that's great as well. If you have any comments, leave them down below. I will leave a link where you can purchase this. Just click on the link and then search for the code number that I'll put there as well. Apart from that, guys, I'll see you all in the next video. Bye for now.